President Obama talking tough with Russia, but today Donald Trump showed there could be a major shift in policy towards Russia just 3 weeks from now when he takes the oath of office. Correspondent Peter Ducey reports from Florida tonight about what could be a major reset with Russia in the new year.
The current president is punishing Putin, but the next president is praising him, tweeting about the Russian leader's pledge not to retaliate against the U.S. until he sees how the Trump administration treats him, saying, quote, "Great move on delay by V. Putin. I always knew he was very smart." That public message to Putin came just hours after transition officials said the two had no plans to speak privately until the president received an intelligence briefing about Russian interference in the election, a briefing scheduled for next week. As to the question about whether or not the sanctions levied by the Obama administration will be here to stay once Mr. Trump takes over, the incoming White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus says nothing is set in stone.
It's going to be up to him, and he's going to sit down and talk to his leadership at the Defense Department and State and in the White House and make those decisions there.
The transition team's wait-and-see attitude with Putin is a lot different than the current administration's feeling, but it fits with campaign trail talk from Mr. Trump.
I would treat Vladimir Putin firmly, but there's nothing I can think of that I'd rather do than have Russia friendly.
Prominent Republicans, including Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, Senator Lindsey Graham, and Senator John McCain, are pleased the Russian government is facing some sort of consequence for cyber meddling, even though they think it's long overdue. But that sets up a potential intra-party split, because the head of the party, the soon-to-be sworn-in 45th president, said last night about all the talk of hacking, quote, "It's time for our country to move on to bigger and better things."
I agree with President-elect that we need to get on with our lives without having our elections being affected by any outside influence, especially Vladimir Putin, who is a thug and a murderer.
But despite Mr. Trump's past statements about Putin, experts expect him to keep an open mind when he has the authority to set his own Russia policy.
This is going to be a part of a conversation that the president-elect sets with the congressional leadership. I think they will give him the opportunity to establish the priority when it comes to creating a much stronger and constructive bilateral relationship between the U.S. and Russia. And I do think they'll make their case for stronger sanctions.
The incoming counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, says it would be very unfortunate if the Obama White House is just punishing Russia to make it harder for the next president to shape his foreign policy, as some reports have suggested, because she says that is not the way peaceful transitions of power are supposed to work. Shannon?
Yeah, we will talk with the panel about that potential theory. In the meantime, Peter, what does the president-elect have planned for New Year's Eve?
Yeah, from Russia today to Rocky tomorrow. Sylvester Stallone is going to be one of the guests at Mar-a-Lago for the big 800-person New Year's Eve bash. So is Quincy Jones, the legendary music producer, and Fabio, who met with the president-elect earlier this afternoon and actually stopped by our live shot location to say hello as well. Said he had a nice meeting.
Did you say Fabio? Maybe it's a hair summit. All right, Peter Ducey, thank you very much.